Bacon, you douchebag.
Bacon sucks.
No, you can't start as well.
Bacon, you suck.
You're just gonna be like, nope, delete this whole podcast.
Today's theme is villains.
Hello.
Hello. This is the Tangent Show.
Podcast! This is the Tangent Podcast!
This is the Tangent Podcast.
You'll get it one day.
I'm James,
I am Daniel.
I'm Michael, as far as I'm aware.
as usual.
I have been Michael for as many years as I can remember.
That's reassuring.
That is reassuring. Michael.
I'm Sarah on the weekends.
I knew it! I always knew there was something about you. So,
What are your views
theme-
on pornography?
Today's theme has been chosen by Michael.
hello!
We follow on from the previous theme into
Villains! Yes! Today we are getting down with the dirty, hardcore, evil, criminal masterminds of the underworld.
Daniel.
From both super and non-super origins, so your Jokers and your Hannibal Lecters at the ready.
Where is he? Hannibal! Oh, there he is. He's in the cop. What are you eating?
It's a leg of lamb, I swear.
Damn it, Hannibal.
So,
Talk about this.
the first thing on our itinerary is the most important question of them all. Who is your favourite villain
Doctor Doom.
and why?
Because he's the best.
Why?
He's just the best.
Why is Doctor Doom the best?
Because he's just got everything there that fits. He's evil. He's got his own freaking
But
land.
he's incredibly narcissistic.
He's got his own land, and no one can touch. Shield can't
Well,
touch him on his
most
bit of
political
land.
leaders have their own land and they're villains.
Yeah.
Controversial.
Puppets on strings.
But no,
Doctor Doom.
Dr. Doom.
Doom is just like Doom. He's Doom. He's like
He's Doom.
He
He is Doom.
Were
He
you
is
very
Doom.
into Mount Doom?
Mount Doom.
Doctor Doom, Mount Doom?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I bet Dr. Doom's favourite drink is Mountain Doom.
Oh.
Oh.
Bye, Daniel. Talk to Hannibal on your way out. He's over there.
It's a season.
Oh, God, no. No.
It's fine, we can just replace Sarah.
Not weekend.
This will be released on the weekend.
Yeah, but it'll be too late by then.
I'll be fine.
So yours is Dr. Doom.
Yeah, because he's just like it's Doctor Doom. He's just amazing.
Yeah, but he's...
Doomalicious.
He's
I mean, all of his plans are overly ambitious and end up failing.
yeah, but so are most villains.
Yeah,
Not all
I'll be able to do
villains.
it.
Some villains are
Most
just
of
villains
them.
to be villains.
Okay, name me one villain who succeeds.
One villain who
Oh,
succeeds.
Like,
the guy in the
completely.
Watchmen.
Yes!
Yeah.
He does succeed, doesn't he?
And then everyone's cool with it. They're just like, well, I suppose it did help, really, didn't it? Yeah, it did. I mean, it was horrible, but like, it's worked.
It worked.
It's a really good film, actually, isn't
It
it?
is a good film.
I think this came too early. It's sort of the whole superhero genre came later. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I think Watchmen...
That one!
Watchmen's before its time, I think.
Yeah, I think it was.
Because when I first watched it, I didn't really understand what was going on.
Yeah,
but
and
now
I think it
watch
was a bit dark as well.
And now I watch it, I'm like, yeah, this is great!
It was. I think it was a bit too dark though, because like,
Yeah,
that's so good.
it was good. But he succeeded and he was a villain.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yes,
Politicians
take that,
succeed.
Daniel.
I'm just trying to think of more villains who succeed, because there are some out there.
Does Dr. Horrible count?
I
He
guess.
sort of succeeds.
Well, he's a villain.
He doesn't succeed in what he wants.
No, but he
but
does
He
succeed.
gets what he wants.
He gets what he wanted originally, but not what he wants later.
Yeah.
After...
He gets a job, but not the girl.
Yeah. Well, he got all that he wanted and all it cost him was a penny.
I'm not going to credit that with a response. I'm going to move on.
Okay, who's your favourite villain, Bacon?
Yeah.
I'm
Go.
trying to think, because it's not narrowed down to supervillains or
You can choose
whatever.
supervillains
So-
or you can choose non-supervillains.
Yeah, but that's the problem. There's so many villains.
There are quite a
I'm
lot
like
of villains.
even like Bond.
Bon
and that.
voyage.
Bond villains and that.
Bon Voyage. He's quite a good villain.
Mission incredible.
Monsieur Incredible.
Incredible.
Then there was the Underminer. Wasn't
Yes.
there at the end of the film?
And-
there wasn't a second.
There might be a second.
Bacon,
It's
do you
unconfirmed.
understand what
Yeah,
movie
Incredibles.
this is?
Yeah.
Good, thank you. Yeah.
Of course. Come on. I was a child of that
I'm
generation.
sorry, but I don't know. You know, I thought you were a child of
I
about
remember-
3 generations ago.
1940s, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm... Sorry, I saw a fly. I was just like,
Yeah.
fly.
I saw that.
Normally the spiders take care of them, but someone put the spiders outside.
Dance spiders.
Oh, Dan. I thought you said dance.
Dance,
Dance,
dance, dance.
Yes, the Marshmallow Man, Ghostbusters.
The Marshmallow
Best
Man.
villain.
Best villain.
Yeah, I can't remember what he's called, but like the Go Fresh guy or whatever he's called.
Well, my favourite villain, which will come as no surprise to people who know me, is the Dr. Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
Not
Got that.
surprising.
Yeah.
That's why he's
No
here today, introducing our first guest.
I am just in love with this sociopath. I mean, he's just so cool, calm and collected all
thank
the
you.
time. And anyone he doesn't like, he eats. So...
Each a
And
week,
Actually,
Eat
technically, he was successful.
technically.
No, he was.
But
Because-
as soon as you say technically, it implies that there were failings.
Well, he got caught for a start, but...
Yeah, that's generally not a great start.
But then, at the end, well, he escaped.
Alright.
In Silence of the Lambs, he escaped prison.
I don't know enough about the franchise.
This should not really be a spoiler because, come on, the series is 20 years old.
That's old enough.
Yeah,
By
that is,
podcast
yeah.
rules, that is old enough.
Let's say if it's if it's before 2000, it's old enough.
Yeah, that's a fair rule.
Because at the end of Silence of the Lambs,
Fly! Sorry.
at the end of Silence of the Lambs, in the book explicitly I'm talking about, not the films, he
Yeah.
does escape. And then in the third one, which is the self-titled Hannibal novel, he escapes. And this time he does get the girl. So not only is he a free man, he has the girl and he
Get
has
the
money.
girl or eat the girl?
He gets the girl.
Okay.
So he gets the girl, he gets away, he's got some money, so he's a villain, and that's succeeded.
Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter. And
Michael's
also he
top
manipulated everybody into thinking he wasn't the killer all along, which is wonderful.
Moriarty! Oh my god, Moriarty's a great villain.
Moriarty is a good villain.
I should have said that instead of the Marshmallow Man. How could I have been so foolish?
How could I have been so foolish?
Because I don't watch
What?
Sherlock.
You...
I don't watch
Yeah.
Sherlock.
Bad Daniel!
Ow!
Watch Sherlock!
What's Sherlock?
Yeah.
No.
That's a general rule. Watch BBC Sherlock. And... Is it Jeremy Brett? The other Sherlock. I think it's Jeremy Brett. That Sherlock was great.
Yeah.
And Robert Downey Jr. That was a great Sherlock.
No, that was only okay.
That was good. I really... No, like the second film. The cinematography as they're running through the forest. Ah,
I didn't watch the
Leclerc.
second one.
it was so good! Oh, watch it now! All of you, did you watch the film, Samuel?
I
You
didn't watch.
didn't even watch the film!
I only watched the first one with Robert Downey Jr. in. I didn't watch the
You
second one.
guys.
Wait,
You
what
guys.
films?
Well, I just remember he was in a corset on a train
Yeah, he was. That's a great film.
because I saw that in the adverts. And he was dressed like a whore. He had whore's makeup on.
I'm trying to remember why that happened. I don't think there was a reason. I think it was just a thing. Just halfway through the film. But
Moriarty.
Yeah.
Why do you think Moriarty's a good villain? I mean, other than the fact that he's totally awesome.
yeah, that's pretty much the reason. Like, just ticks all the
And
villain
it'll be
boxes.
totally awesome.
Is that part of the musical?
Yes.
Okay. Daniel.
No, but I think villains who should get credible mentions, even though they're not our favourites,
Yeah.
are as follows. Sauron.
So,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
The mouth of Sauron. Best villain.
Okay.
It's just a mouth.
Anything to do with Sauron. Voldemort gets credible mention.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Why
His
not?
body count
He
gives him
should've-
credible
should've-
mention.
Horcrux, the
Okay.
earth, the moon.
I'll explain Horcruxes.
Okay.
And then the third on the list,
Yeah.
is Darth Sidious. He definitely gets credible mention.
Didn't he get chopped in half?
No, that's Darth Maul.
Oh yeah.
Darth Sidious is
Lightning
Empire
Blade.
Strike. Yeah. He definitely deserves credible mention.
He does actually. He was pretty good.
He was a
was,
pretty
yeah.
good villain
In all the films.
I mean,
in all the films.
he managed to basically infiltrate the other side and become one of the most trusted people.
And he wasn't even like the face of the villainy that was happening.
No.
He was a puppet master.
Yeah.
I
Puppet
mean,
masters are good villains.
he was the one that was manipulating the villains to do bad
Yeah.
things.
To-do list.
Yeah.
He just had a whiteboard and he, like to-do list, and then
So-
Darth Vader's like, "Oh, my to-do list has changed. I must make this happen."
He definitely gets credible mention.
Yeah.
And also Marvel villains should get credible mentions, like Magneto, because
Yeah.
he definitely
Magneto-
gets credible mention.
He is incredibly strong and powerful, but he knows when to turn to good for the
Exactly.
sake of
Yeah.
humanity.
He's
I mean,
pretty dark.
he's not really a nice person, but he's got some morals.
Yeah.
Yes. Damn these visual jokes that people cannot. But yeah,
Loki, I think, should get some mention.
Loki is a good villain.
Yeah.
He's a
Loki.
good villain. He makes a good villain.
If it benefits him, then he switches sides.
Exactly.
That's about it, yeah.
Which is credible mention.
Yeah.
Are villains people who just work for themselves?
Not
I suppose
always.
the idea of television and film is like the moral is always, oh, you should work for the best of
Oh
humanity.
god, I can't stand children's programs with villains in. Because the villains are crap villains.
It's like, oh, you were right all along. I was just being silly.
That's not how villains should
You
work.
killed people.
What about
it's just.
Darth Vader.
He's not really a
Well,
villain in the end,
He
though.
kind of
You were the chosen one, Anakin.
Okay, he was the chosen one, but the thing
Because
is,
everybody loves the first Star Wars film.
You killed the younglings.
he
Yeah,
did
that's
because
true.
didn't.
I
didn't
think the dark side of Star Wars should definitely get credible
The
mention.
dark side.
the dark
Just the
side.
dark side.
Didn't the dark
Oscars,
side
it's
have Didn't
They had General Grievous, who was
didn't
quite
they
cool.
have his wife who basically they basically manipulated him?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it's like you can save your wife on the dark side
Yeah.
and get plus 10% on your mortgage premium. Yes.
No, let's not get into the dark side of real estate.
There is no light side of real estate. But
And I think DC villains who should get credible mentions are Doctor Strange,
Yeah,
because Doctor Hugo Strange and the Joker.
Yeah.
He definitely,
the Joker.
you know,
needs it.
he's the Joker.
the Joker.
The Joker.
the Joker
Yeah.
just in general.
Brainiac 1.0.
Oh yeah, Brainiac.
Yeah.
Was he? Hang on.
No, Brainiac,
Brainiac-
2.0 is the good one.
Brainiac wasn't Brainiac
Or is it
like
the other way
a
around?
I don't know, but Brainiac was the basically a computer virus ish.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then there's Brainiac 1.0 who's the bad one, and
Yeah.
Brainiac 2.0 who's the good one.
Yeah.
I think.
Uh.
I can't remember though. 'cause it's been
Classic
such a long
good
time.
cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
well,
there
so-
was there was Alpha and Omega. Alpha
Mm-hmm.
was no, this was in Generator Rex. There's a very
I haven't
it's
seen
like,
Generator X.
It was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, I know, but I haven't seen it.
cartoon. And inside Generator X is the Omega particle or something, which allows him to control machinery at his will. And there was an Alpha one, which is basically bad, and it's unstable, and it just causes destruction.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
it is,
pretty
yeah.
good.
Tick some boxes there on the villain table.
So, you know, there are loads more villains that deserve credible mention.
Yeah.
What about the Penguin?
Yeah, he definitely deserves some.
Yeah.
Classic
He
Batman.
wears a hat.
He
And the
does.
Riddler.
Kudos for
The
hats.
Riddler.
The Riddler.
Bane.
Maybe.
Yes, because of his voice.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And Harley Quinn.
Oh, Harley
Yes.
Quinn.
Harley Quinn. She
Top marks.
Poison Ivy.
I don't know enough, but
You don't know enough about
Catwoman?
but
Woman.
marks.
Catwoman, that's a tricky one,
It
but
is.
I think she deserves some mention.
She knows when to turn to the good side. That's it.
Yeah.
Again, these are people who are sort of under general villainous behaviour and just
Yeah.
working for the benefit of themselves.
Yeah.
But they're not kind of hardcore villains.
Yeah, the ones who work for themselves tend to be persuaded by either side.
I
And
mean,
then you've got the hardcore purists who
The
are just
hardcore-
in it for the evil.
like the Joker.
Yeah. Who's just in it for the random chaos.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
good at something, you never do it for free.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
but yeah, so there,
No, but yes!
No, but
there are
yeah.
loads of villains out there
But
who,
no, but yeah, but
who are good
but-
villains.
Yeah, but there are some very good villains.
there are.
Although I just have issues with villains in children's programs.
What about children's films?
It's just,
They tend to be rubbish villains.
yeah, they do.
It's like, I represent corporate greed. This is wrong. No, it isn't. That's how to make a life and a living.
Unless you're in a socialist state. When Mrs. Incredible goes, do you remember those villains in your Saturday morning cartoons? Well, these villains aren't like that. They won't show restraint because you're children. If they fire, run. Which is how
They will
villains
try
should
and kill
be.
you.
Yeah.
That's how villains should be.
The worst villains are the ones that go, I'm going to kill you
Oh, but
with
you're-
my sharks, lowering you slowly into the tank on this rail and...
And there is absolutely no way you can escape, so I'm just gonna leave.
I don't even need to watch you die. I'll just leave a couple of henchmen here who are really bad at their jobs. They might get drunk later. They might fall asleep on the button that saves you. They might leave grates open.
To be completely honest, why have we got a button that saves you?
To be honest, I don't even want to kill you, really. I enjoy this to and fro we have.
Yes,
That's where I
because-
get my kicks.
Oh god. The worst villains though, for me, personally, the worst villains are the villains who are villains until the end. When they switch sides
Oh,
and become
God,
good
that
guys,
is-
and you just think,
That's terrible.
what is wrong with you?
Or the other way round.
Or the other-
Ah,
yeah, I'm more fond of them because that's,
yeah,
You know.
the whole reversal. You were a villain all along.
Yeah.
but the worst is just, the worst is just, oh yeah, I've been trying to kill you all this time, but let's make amends.
You know,
Yeah,
you've got a
that's-
good point. Friendship is valuable.
Oh, piss.
I wish you were my friend. Hey, it's cool. I forgive you because I'm the good guy. Ha, lied.
The only time I've let that off is Austin Powers.
That's because that isn't. That's like spoof.
That's because Austin Powers is amazing on every single level.
Yeah.
Like the Britney bots.
What?
Britney bots?
Oh right. Okay. So I thought it was a different film from.
No.
Oh no.
But
Chav Daniel.
Doctor
Enhanced.
Evil. Dr. Evil is the best villain for different reasons other than the itinerary.
Other than the itinerary.
But he does all of that stuff. He's got sharks with laser beams on their
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
But then that's just to take the piss and show how bad other villains are.
Yeah.
And then it's under the guise of comedy.
Comedy. Oh.
They can't see the air quotes.
Yeah.
Oh wait. How do
Air quote, comedy, air quote.
I'm gonna log the video partway through. You're just gonna have to put a hat on. me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah. No,
Edit
no,
that
no!
in.
Don't take it off. No, no.
Damn it, the
no,
hat.
It's gonna stay on until the end.
Daniel has entered villain Daniel mode because he's now got a hat.
I think we
And
might have
Swan
actually
Crossbones.
ticked off the second thing on the itinerary, which is what
Nice.
makes a good villain.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Killing the
Killing
superhero-
innocents to start.
Killing the innocents.
No,
killing
no,
the
no,
superheroes.
that's
Having a plan.
Killing the
having a
superheroes'
good,
parents.
viable plan.
a viable plan which benefits themselves, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which benefits their ideals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Killing the
But-
Knowing what
But
they
contradict the ideals of the group, the masses.
Yeah.
knowing what they want and not being afraid to get there
Yeah.
by
Put
any
their hands
means.
in the mud and build a. Where's that?
I don't know.
I watched a film recently. That's from.
Oh.
I'll get back to you.
But villains who know what they want, they make a plan, they get what they want. Those are the villains that succeed.
Was it Captain America Part 2? The guy, the blonde guy who was Hydra.
Oh yeah, him.
He was like, you're not afraid, put the hands in the mud and form something new.
Out of something.
I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's there somewhere.
But it's just those are the good villains. The villains who know what they want, or the villains who do it just to be evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they are the purest form of villain. It is just somebody who goes against what people think are good.
Like just people who are evil because they want to
Who
be.
doesn't steal the lollipop from the baby, they batter the baby with the lollipop. It's just...
No, they kill the baby, take the
Okay,
lollipop,
okay, well,
and then
well.
kill another baby with the lollipop.
They
Sounds
poison
like
the
a
lollipop
weekend.
but give it to... Okay, this is... Whoa, what?
What?
Damn it, villain Daniel, take the hat off!
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry,
thank
guys.
God, we're back.
It's
Okay.
the hat. We're gonna have to.
No,
take
but
the
those
hat
are
off.
those are the good villains, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not also the all-powerful ones, but sometimes you get tired of the OP-ness.
Yeah.
But then it's fun for the ride.
Yeah.
I don't like the villain. The worst villains are the ones which is just like, I'm a villain, I'm really evil, unless you find this one artifact which has been hidden for thousands of years, and I've never really thought about finding it because it's the one thing that could destroy me. Unless you find that, I'm really good.
Yeah.
And I'm going to wait around a bit before I carry out my evil plan, so you have time to find it. I'll just give subtle warnings to the people who may be able to stop me.
Well, in my fictional book that I'm writing, because you know I have that same issue,
Yeah.
well, the main villain, who's also the main character, does actually go out, finds the artifact, buries it in a dungeon suspended above an endless pit.
Which makes sense. It's like, if you have something that can destroy you,
And then
hide it.
whenever the enemy try and make plans, they always go, it's time to fight.
Yeah.
Not giving them enough time to prepare an attack.
Okay, why didn't he just throw?
It's a
the
she.
art-
Well,
why-
actually, no,
okay.
it's an it.
Why didn't it just throw the artifact into the bottomless pit?
Because there's nothing more fun than looking at the hope on people's faces and realising they can't do anything about it.
That's when you make a fake.
Michael, take your metaphorical hat off. No villain, Michael, not today.
No villain, Michael.
Well, it
Oh,
can't...
not again.
Do you think the hat will actually work in reverse, Michael?
What if you put the hat on backwards?
Yeah, Michael. Oh god.
Dun, dun, dun. There's a hat, by the way. There is like a physical hat that
There
we're
is
using.
literally a hat.
Oh,
Oh no, it won't fit on my hair.
good, Michael. Engaged. Somewhat like Slum Michael, but
Yeah.
okay. Actually, I did that out. That's probably rude.
Oh,
Superhero Michael. I cannot
No.
see your eyes, therefore you were somebody else.
yeah. I'll
And
try it inside out.
although the artifact in question is actually a blade,
I feel
that can be
good
called
now.
by the one who's meant to call it, which is why it's better to have it in a box rather than at the endless pit because they can't get it because the box is enchanted.
I think the best villains are the ones who've got prophecies of who's going to kill them.
Yes.
You were
Yeah.
the chosen one. You have to kill him. It's like, you're a good villain. People actually make prophecies. They decide on specific murder.
I do actually have a prophecy in my book.
You see,
And it's like,
good villain.
the child of your greatest antagonist will be the one who causes your downfall.
You've made it as a villain.
I've made a character that's made it as a villain.
Yeah.
And of course, it doesn't sit around and let authority tell it what to do. It just destroys everyone in authority and takes the crown itself.
Sounds like Star Wars.
No, it's much more complicated than Star Wars. That's Lord of the Rings.
That wasn't.
Yeah.
That'd
be a great crossover. My
They're
God.
taking the hobbits to
Isengard, to Isengard. That's going to be edited out. So,
Bacon, you suck.
Oh, now it is.
now we've made now we know what makes a good villain. I want you to make your own villains. Like, I want you on the spot.
Have you got some paper mache?
No. I want you on the spot.
There's some weird
To come
Frankenstein
up.
paper mache.
I mean, there is going to be a story time later.
Yeah.
Story time.
But I want you to come up with a villain. I want you to kind of give the villain a name.
Bob.
Bob the Destroyer.
Bob.
A vague general outline and their general personality types.
Okay.
Because I feel this is my creative process.
Okay.
Bearing in mind
I'm working
this
on
itinerary.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Loading bar. Loading bar. Daniel, it's loading.
Progress at 37%.
Damn it, Windows. We need a new updates
Because
for
this
now.
actually links
That's
in with the
30%.
next
Let's just
point in
go
the itinerary.
straight up to Daniel 10. Screw Daniel 9, we didn't need him.
But
This then goes into the next point in the itinerary. which
okay.
is-
Would it be wrong to make Apple my villain?
No.
No, it would be wrong.
Yes,
It would be
yes,
wrong.
Yes, that would be
Yes, it would.
This is a different podcast.
Okay, so my villain, it's a male.
Of course.
Okay.
It's not tall, but not short.
Yeah.
Medium heighted.
Probably
Average height,
slightly,
average height.
slightly taller than average.
5'9".
Yeah, something like that.
That's not slightly taller than
okay,
average.
There it is.
That's great.
5'11" is average for
Fine,
men.
fine then. 6
Oh, it
foot.
goes up to 12, doesn't it?
Yes.
I forget how that works. I'm like,
For women, it's 5'6", and for
Okay,
men, it's
so-
5'11".
6'2". There you go. Happy.
That's above average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
about my height.
Got
Slightly
a
taller.
decent pair of
An inch.
muscles and
Pair, only a pair.
yeah,
Only
just
yes.
one pair.
The left forearm and the right buttocks. Those are my strong muscles.
But yeah,
Sorry.
decent set of muscles. A skin tight suit to show off the muscles.
Wow.
And the abdominal muscles, the 6-packs on show.
Nice.
You know,
The
has to be.
six-pack.
Sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
The
You keep referencing to the breast.
yeah, just generally green.
So fit.
Yeah, fit.
Fit,
Generally
healthy,
green.
strong,
Healthy,
stronger than
strong-
average.
Stronger than average, yeah. Because decent,
Yeah.
decent like villain has to be ha ha ha. I can.
Do they have like a plan or anything?
I can. I'm just working on the
Yeah.
body first. Green and black, a bit like a Green Lantern, but not quite as bright green.
More
I guess.
black in it.
Yeah, more black. And a darker shade of green. And on the chest is a circle with N0.
No.
No.
This is Dr. No.
Hey!
No!
No.
Have Nor as your villain.
There you can.
He's a beautiful man! You're green! Yeah, no.
No.
No. It just says no.
It's
No.
just No.
He's no.
He's Dr. No.
Dr. No is a villain.
Dr. No's
Sorry. That's James Bond.
James
isn't
Bond.
It? Yeah, the very first film, James Bond, with Sean Connery.
Oh, I'm done.
But no, you can still have a no.
You can still have a no.
Okay.
The Bond one wasn't a skin tight
Yeah.
bloke.
How about Professor No instead?
Professor No.
Professor No.
Professor No.
No.
His main plan is to go around and put people down. Because when there's a child in a shop and he's like, Mom, can I have some sweets? And he's like, no. Because then that child is really upset and he's creating misery. So,
So he just upsets children in sweet shops.
yes.
Okay.
It's like a skin tight, muscly, 6'2" man.
No.
No, I will upset children. Oh God.
I was mainly focusing on what it looked like.
Yeah, set it up for like this sort of Batman-esque Bane-like person or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, nope.
No.
Okay, nice.
Wow.
That's pretty good actually. I like that.
Thanks, yeah.
Okay, your villain.
Nathan, what about you? You've had time to prepare.
I
This
haven't
better
had
be
time.
decent.
I've been thinking about your villain. It's like, wow. Count something because count is good. It's like,
Count.
No, not count.
Who let Moon in?
1 no.
Count Bob.
2 no.
Count Bob.
Count Bob.
Count Bob.
Count Bob is a 9-foot lizard
Nice.
from
Mordor.
no, not from Mordor.
Norwegia.
St. Lucia. The beautiful island of St. Lucia, where he grew up in their society, picking bananas,
As a
feeding the
lizard.
economy, realising how trade networks work around the world. He wears a suit and a tie.
He's a lizard.
He's 9 foot. Come on, he's like a Komodo dragon that stands upright with a suit and tie, but no
Okay.
trousers, because he needs to be free. He has a single monocle that covers both eyes.
So it's just like a giant face disc.
It's a face disc.
Face disc. Yeah.
It's more of like a strip. Otherwise, his mouth would be in the way.
I'm
Got to
gonna,
think about this
I'm
practically.
gonna love you trying to draw these on things.
I'm not going to draw them.
You have to
I won't
please.
draw these. This will
Yeah.
be good. Yeah, and he realised how trade works, and he just gets in a boat one day. He's like, "I'm going." He went past America because everyone goes to America,
Yeah.
and he goes to the heartland. He
Of
goes no, not France. I don't know. Where would he go? He's on the boat. Who eats lots of bananas?
Monkeys.
English people.
Monkey. Yep, he goes to the zoo in London Zoo.
London Zoo. Okay, fair enough.
And
I can see that.
in the underground system, he realizes his past of physicists.
Hold on.
There's a lot of physicists in St. Lucia.
We don't want
It's
backstories
crazy.
right now.
And he's trying to build a massive laser
Yeah.
that erupts from London Zoo
For what purpose?
to shoot the moon.
Why?
Because it's Voldemort's Horcrux.
Oh my god. I will explain to you.
He wants to destroy. No, he wants to like tell the government like I'm going to destroy the moon with my zoo laser,
Unless
which is powered by all the animals in the zoo because
Yeah.
there's a lot of energy.
that is a lot, maybe.
Yeah.
Unless.
And
Unless-
unless you pay me
How much?
all the monies.
All the
Oh.
monies.
No, he wants.
So it's going to turn the planet into a socialist state.
No, he wants.
Gets everyone to go into debt.
No, he wants something better than that. He wants Ireland, the whole country, the island
Oh,
of
okay.
Ireland.
Oh.
He wants that for
the whole of
himself, a
Ireland.
lizard colony.
He wants the
For his
island of
lizard
Ireland.
Greville. No, because it's like
Greville.
Northern Ireland and Ireland, isn't it? He wants both bits. He wants the whole
He wants
Oh,
Northern
okay.
and Republic.
Okay.
Because he wants just a nice little place to call home, to sit back, like his own Tracy Island. He's had enough of picking bananas and a life of toil and physicists. Physics.
Ah.
Right.
This sounds like
That's
an amazing superhero.
that villain.
Villain. He's
Yeah.
a massive, yeah.
Okay, well, I was hoping you'd come up with more malicious people, because now mine's just going to seem really
Oh, I'm
evil.
sorry. Was that not malicious? He wants to destroy the moon. Think of the tides.
Think of the children who are upset. Okay?
Think of the werewolves.
They could go into a deep depression which could last for years. You don't understand this.
Think of the atmosphere.
Okay. Well,
Just think about it. Atmosphere.
mine's a nihilist, so yours seem relatively tame.
Nihilist.
Someone who wants all life to end.
No, I was just asking for the audience in case they didn't know.
Yeah.
That was.
Obviously.
Did you know?
Why would I know that? I take geography.
My villain.
Yeah.
Because now mine seems really tame.
What are they called?
Well, for starts, it's a female, because we don't get enough good female villains.
Mine's a lizard.
That's true. And everyone knows that women are secretly lizards.
Is your lizard a male or
Agender.
female?
Agender.
Smooth. That's how he gets away from no trousers.
Ah. What
I
about
said he.
The tail?
He prefers he as a pronoun.
He prefers he.
Okay.
As a pronoun. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Mine's a female
Yeah.
who always wears a black dress.
Okay.
One of those like really kind of nice skin type black dresses to flaunt sexuality.
No, and you're one. Okay.
No.
No.
Yeah, that's right.
And she has long black hair because, you know,
Yeah.
she's evil.
Evil people can't use hairdressers.
Well, she likes her long black hair. It makes her feel fun.
Groovy.
Well, she likes being seductive.
What's she called?
Well, I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
And she's 5'9",
Mistress
which is taller than
Moore.
average for females.
Yeah.
But still smaller than average male height. And, you know, she's...
Yeah, I know. I got these no's.
And she is adept in and well versed in most types of magic. Because she trained herself to become adept in magic to get what she wanted.
Okay.
And her name is the Dark Mistress. Well, that's her code name. Because she likes people calling her mistress. She's a dominatrix. She enjoys being in power, and she doesn't like when people have power, other than her.
Okay.
And her one primary objective is to end all life, because she stares down upon creation and hates it.
Does she have an airship?
No.
How'd
She can
sit
fly.
down? Oh, okay.
And she can teleport
Oh,
to the moon as well.
To
So
the moon.
Yeah.
Death laser.
There's something Voldemort can't do.
Zoo
something
laser.
Voldemort can't do.
Screw you, Voldemort.
Yeah, and of course she's OP.
Yeah.
But
As a villain.
she's supposed to be as a villain.
If only we formed an alliance to stop her. Avengers Initiative.
But there are things that can stop her.
Let us
like
assemble.
like your
Let
general your general trademark anti-villain things like salt, silver, and
Guns.
only silver bullets
Okay.
With some salt in them.
with some salt in them
Salt.
and pentagrams as
How are we
well.
gonna shoot? There's not gunpowder, that's salt. Idiot.
So
And
a salty
she
silver
also
bullet
Salty.
that's shaped like a pentagram.
And rowan wood.
Rowing wood.
Rowan.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Because apparently rowan wood is toxic to witches.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Although she
Halloween.
surpassed the status of witch long ago.
Okay.
You know, being well versed in all forms of magic. And now this leads on to the next part of
Didn't have
our
a name!
itinerary. Yes, she did. The Dark Mistress.
Oh, don't miss. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Well, if you want to know her mortal name, which is what she calls it,
Bob. Okay, I'll stop saying Bob.
no, her mortal name is Isabella Mills.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, that's her mortal name, but she prefers the Dark Mistress.
Yeah.
And now, we have to come up with the backstories for our villains.
Daniel,
Well,
Daniel,
the child.
no.
the child candy.
What led him to stop?
What led him?
Well,
Yeah.
when No was 3 years old,
He's got a good memory.
he was in a sweet shop with his mum. And he said, Mummy, can I have the chocolate buttons, please? And she said, no.
I could sense that coming. The strong northern mother. No. You're getting notes, son.
So then, he vowed that children will never have sweets again.
Yeah, this psychologically scarred him, which is what he's now trying to do to all of the other children.
That's pretty deep.
That is actually quite deep.
That's a deep message on the capitalist system that we live in. I mean, that really has deeper connotations to the wider
Shut up.
context. Fine.
Someone had to say it.
That's why the costume, why the buffness?
Why the-
Because
Does it feel sexy?
he doesn't eat sweets,
Oh, so he got buff.
so he got
So he got
buff.
buff.
Yeah. He had to have something else to do with his time, so, you know,
Well,
rather than
eating sweets,
rather than eating
so-
chocky.
Oh my.
That's good. I like that.
That's good. That's a good backstory. Your turn.
Well, Count Bob.
Count
Oh.
Bob.
He became a count, obviously, at some point.
How?
Because he was born into the royal family of St. Lucia.
Well, the royal family are lizards.
I don't know if they exist. But yeah, because it was this weird thing. They were offered the woman, the mother. She couldn't give birth. It was they had to do some IVF stuff, and they got mixed up. There were the
Hence
wrong
the eggs.
sperm samples,
Aw.
and bam, lizard child.
Oh, I thought
9-foot lizard
I thought it
child.
would be the eggs that get mixed up.
Nope, sperm.
It would have made more sense for the eggs to get mixed up.
What?
Nothing if we're just talking about genetic coding then.
No,
Okay.
lizard
Made
child.
more-
Wow. The
Yeah.
royal family are like, this is a message from God. We shall make him learn physics. Stop selling these bananas, because that's all I know about St. Lucia. Sorry. Sorry, St. Lucia. But,
You take geography.
I do. We did an entire project on it in year 5. Yeah. Bananas! We need him to learn the ways of the world and not in the gang street way, in the physics way.
Michael.
And hence, he became Count of Physics, because Doctor was too mainstream.
So he became a count of physics.
Yeah.
Ah.
And also because he was reading so much, his lizard eyes couldn't cope, hence he got massive monocle.
Oh, okay.
And then he worked for the rest of his life as a banana trader, because physics really didn't work out.
So why is he in the?
Why does he want
ran
to
away
take
from
over
home.
Ireland?
He ran away from home. He's like, Mum, Dad, you don't respect me for my lizard Why is-
Heritage. That's-
What? No, it's
and
a
stuff.
mix-up. Yeah, I want to find my real parents. And it's like, the only other place I've heard about where lizards live is London Zoo. So he went to London and built a death laser in the subways.
Yeah, but why does he want Ireland?
Because it looks like a nice place, you know. On the trade boat going to England, he went past Ireland. It's like, that looks so nice.
So he wants Ireland.
So he's like, yeah, I want that. He saw on the prow of the boat, like, yes, this is, he felt, this is where I need to be in life. This is what gives me hope for a future. And it's pretty beautiful, actually.
Wow.
I know, it doesn't happen often on lizard children.
Yeah.
But,
I don't. Yeah.
so I mean, it's like 1 in 5. at best.
Interspecial lizard child.
It's
into
crazy how many mix-ups there are at the IVF clinic. It's like,
Because
egg, baby egg.
I thought it was
Bam,
the
mix them
sperm.
together. Yeah, but it's on the egg, isn't it? That's how it happens.
Yeah.
Let's not get into that. It was a stork. Stork gave birth. Michael,
the stork
backstory.
gave birth.
Okay.
Daniel, no eyes.
No eyes. No.
He's got the hat on again. Visual references.
Okay.
Backstory?
Backstory. So, when Isabella still considered herself a mortal,
Yes.
she
How are you?
worked. Her family were mill owners, and this is a really long while ago. She only, she'd been learning magic for thousands of years.
Yeah.
So this is still in feudal times, bear in mind. So she worked in a mill with her parents, and then she noticed, the royal family were always taking advantage of them, and then she grew spiteful at the world. And then she went, and then she tried to convince other people that the royal family just manipulating everyone to get what they wanted, and that's not how life should be lived. Although everyone just didn't listen, and then she just went, fine then, I'll find someone who will listen. And then she came across a powerful witch who said, I completely agree with you. Why don't... Yeah, I agree with you. Although this witch has ulterior motives. It wants the crown itself.
Yeah.
So then she said, I'll teach you all the tricks of the trade if you become my apprentice. To which she agreed. She sold herself to the devil and all that stuff.
Cheers.
And then after thousands of years of training and becoming an adept sorceress,
Does that happen in a montage?
yes, she looked around and she was still filled with spite because people were still taking orders from high above. They were still being manipulated, and she got angry, really angry.
Yeah.
And then she thought, why is no one doing anything about this? At which point she said, if no one's going to learn, then what's the point in you living? At which point she decided...
It's very good.
At which point she decided it would be better for no one to live than to be living as slaves. So then she vowed she'd destroy all life to prevent slavery. Which is...
There are better ways of preventing slavery, but I guess that's why she's the villain.
Well, she's a villain. That's what she's supposed to do.
Yeah. True.
She's supposed to be a villain. She's not supposed to be nice. If she were nice, she wouldn't be a villain.
It's kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Although people have to bear in mind that villain doesn't mean the same thing as antagonist.
Yeah.
Do you know the difference?
Yeah. Antagonist is. I was about to say the villain.
A
Wow.
general douchebag.
Wow.
Yeah. You just look like the Pope. I'm sorry. It just happened. The sort of death metal Pope.
Death Metal Pope.
Yeah.
That would be a great name for a band.
Death metal Pope.
Death Metal Pope.
Yeah. Or just the most. I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so the difference between a villain and an antagonist is an obstacle. Someone who's an obstacle for what you're trying
The
to do.
anti-protagonist.
The anti-protagonist.
Or antac. I'm done. I'm out.
And then a villain is someone who's evil.
Yeah.
Hence, villain,
Yeah.
evil. Same roots.
I thought it rhymes, clearly.
But actually, villain comes
Evil.
from the word vile.
Villain, vile.
And
Evil.
vile is an anagram of evil.
It is.
So, evil and vile made villain. Villain is a word.
Is it?
Yes.
I thought the theme was just like a metaphor.
It is a metaphor. It's a metaphor for the capitalist society.
Capitalism. Yeah, I think that's good.
Good backstories.
Yeah.
Good backstories.
GG guys.
GG. GG.
Good.
Okay, next thing on the
GB.
itinerary.
GB. Good backstory.
Oh.
The next thing is, in your opinion, who is the worst villain?
Me.
Currently, yes.
Currently, yes. In your opinion, who's
Oh.
a pathetic, bad villain?
Like we
a-
exclude the villains.
we exclude children's programs.
Yeah, because they're not really villains.
They're not really
They're
villains.
not.
They're just
How dare they have the audacity to call themselves villains?
it's antagonist,
It's
isn't
sickening.
Bastards.
I'm staring outside again.
Worst villain.
Worst
Yeah, I'm looking
villain.
for inspiration in the garden.
Yeah.
Snail man.
Snail
It's just
man.
too slow. He misses everything. I don't know. Who is the worst villain?
Syndrome
Oh, he is a bad villain.
from The Incredibles.
Oh.
He is a very, very
He's a
bad
very
villain.
bad villain.
I
He's
mean,
not a very
he
good
got
villain.
defeated because he didn't understand the children's superpowers.
Yeah.
And he actually was so bad he couldn't control his giant robot. And then he goes and decides to steal the super family's baby. Which really didn't end well because, he dies. Spoiler alert!
Spoiler. Wait, is that before 2000? Please say it isn't.
It isn't.
Oh, thank God. I don't want to feel that old already.
It was like 2005.
Okay, so yeah, we do have the spoiler. alert
Oh
there.
god, I've got no bars. Oh. No, still no bars.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, worst villain
I've
award.
gone all Lion King
I
on
would
my
say
phone.
Nah. Worst villain are the Daleks, but we're not allowed to talk about Doctor Who. So
No, they were good villains.
They were good.
Were. They're not now.
they
Yeah.
just
They
keep coming
were.
back. But that's the whole. I can't talk about my worst villain because they keep. Actually, no, Cybermen are worse because they keep coming back and they're just worse than Daleks.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, they're pathetic.
I mean, they're getting upgrades.
they're just tin men.
Upgrades.
You will be upgraded.
Because they upgrade, but then they stop.
be upgraded.
Oh, that was better actually. Yeah.
You will be deleted.
Oh, that's it. Delete.
Delete.
I just have an image of someone sitting at home with their keyboard, just delete, delete, delete. Like Sims, you just highlight a person and press delete.
I love The Sims.
It is just, but no swimming pools anymore. How can we be villains?
It's fine, we'll just take away all doors.
Have no roof and they'll just go, no, the aesthetics are too
It's so
bad.
funny when you lock someone in a small room and take away the door and just leave a wall there. So that you just welcome people into your home and then they're stuck.
You realise that there's probably going to be a patch for it at some point. Someone will develop a patch to have swimming pools. And
No, EA are
Sims.
pretty solid on their modding.
Really?
They're pretty bad for mods, really, EA, aren't they? Like, you think of their games,
Yeah.
like Sims, SimCity, illegal.
Illegal.
Well, no,
modding.
like, just generally, they're pretty rubbish. Mods
So
don't
are
really
EA
happen.
the villains?
Yes.
Yes. EA are
They're the-
villains.
Actually, everything EA does doesn't
There
really
was a
turn out
poll,
that great.
I think it was last year, a poll, and EA was the most hated company in America.
I can see that.
Like, people were more angry at EA than they were at, like, oil companies and,
I can see that.
banks
Yeah.
and things like
I see
that.
that.
No, that is wrong, though. Like,
Yeah.
all EA do is sell games badly. Oil companies
sell bad
literally
games.
pollute oceans and kill things.
Yeah. What EA does is they create a game and then they take parts out of it to sell as DLC.
I don't get sold on DLC
Yeah.
or in-game purchases or what's the other thing? The terrible thing. I can't remember what it is. It's too bad. It's too
It's
terrible.
too bad.
It's too bad for you to remember.
Oh, DRM. That's it. So, DRM? Yeah or no? I can't think what it stands for, but it basically means like you can't put the game on multiple computers. Like,
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes, that's
Yeah.
irritating.
So like, if you buy a game on the disc, you put it in, and then you get like 5 before it says nope.
Yeah.
And there was some talk, I think it was an EA game, where like if you upgraded like a graphics card to that, it would consider it as a new computer, and the DRM would be like nope. Which,
If you had to choose any villain to snuggle up with, which villain would it be?
To
and what?
snuggle.
Snuggle up with.
what, like in a spoon sort of way? Or
Yeah.
Just casually lean
Well,
on
just
the
like
shoulder.
just like have a nice, happy little relationship with a villain.
Oh, like a proper relationship.
Yeah, that's a proper relationship.
Not just
with a villain.
cold night snuggling.
No.
Okay.
Well, that as well, but
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
it's all involved.
because there are loads of villains you could go for.
Oh god.
Not Loki because of the horns.
Not Loki.
Oh god, the horn.
Well, Loki can shapeshift.
Loki.
Yeah, but he's got a vile personality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would it be wrong to say Captain? No, not Captain Hammer. He's a hero. Damn
Doctor
it.
Horrible.
He's the antagonist.
Yeah.
Doctor Horrible.
Dr. Horrible.
He'd be quite nice to snuggle up to.
Catwoman.
Nice coat. Daniel. Not Daniel.
Not going along with the homoerotic subtext here.
Yeah, just like in general, like
Yeah.
pros and cons wise, not personally who you fancy.
No.
Daniel.
Oh.
Daniel.
Catwoman. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you know.
Harley Quinn.
Oh,
She'd hit you with a hammer.
yeah, he's got a massive hammer.
No, but if you're in a committed relationship, she won't hit you with a hammer. She'll hit people you want her to hit with a hammer.
It's a bit of a crazy relationship though. Like
It is.
Yeah, but she's erratic and mad, and I like that in my
I don't.
villains.
in my villains.
I'd prefer Catwoman because you know it's just
skin
you
tight,
know,
you know.
because
Why not?
snuggling
What, the
up
skin
and-
tight catsuit?
There's that
claws,
and her
I
acting
mean.
like a cat and you know, purring when
Wow,
you,
okay,
when you're scratching the right spot.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow, I think a bit too much is coming out in this segment.
I think we're learning a bit too much
About me.
about Daniel.
So cats.
I always knew there was something weird about you, Sarah.
You found me out.
Oh, I've known for years.
It's alright, we understand. Accept who you are.
I mean, I've got a villain who I'd choose, but you won't know them because
Well,
they're
that's a bit
Try me.
of an assumption.
it's in Skullduggery Pleasant.
No.
That is an assumption that you made correctly. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a difficult one to talk about, really.
Because I'd
Just
probably
have to nod and
choose.
agree.
I'd probably choose like Malevolent or Lord Vile or
Yeah.
Darkess.
I'm nodding. I agree.
Actually, no, not Lord Vile because that's just really a skeleton in a suit.
Nice.
Whereas Skullduggery Pleasant is a skeleton in a suit.
Either way, I wouldn't want to snuggle.
Well, a bespoke
bony.
tailored suit.
Too bony. No snuggling.
Too bony, no snuggling.
Yeah.
Not even in the armour.
There's
Not even-
the Kingpin, who you know is a large man. So
Yeah,
you know,
he's
a
quite
lot
a
of
large
warmth.
man.
So on a cold winter night, you can snuggle up.
Hey, can we
Yeah,
think
that'd be
any?
quite
Are there
nice.
any like large, literally snuggly villains?
The Marshmallow Man.
The bear in Brave.
I haven't seen.
What, Mordew?
I don't know what it's called,
More
but
do?
there's a bear in it. That would be snuggly. Bears are snuggly. I imagine. I don't actually.
Snuggling up to Smaug.
Oh, yes. I could do that.
You could keep.
No.
No, we could
Yeah.
keep.
Is that
keep a fire
Benedict
going.
Cumberbatch or is that
No,
Just
the
the
dragon.
dragon.
The
Okay.
dragon.
Just the dragon.
He's rich. That dragon is
He's
wealthy.
rich. He
Why?
can keep
You've
you
got
warm
money.
during the cold
Pew,
winter.
pew.
And it's a dragon.
Yeah, exactly. How many other people can say they've snuggled up with a dragon?
Donkey.
Oh,
Wow.
Lord Farquaad.
For quad.
Farquhar. Actually, that just reminds me. The fairy godmother.
Oh no! She's,
Yeah.
she's too
Yeah.
much of a cow.
What?
What? What do you
Anything
want
you
about?
wish for.
Anything you want.
You don't have to
Anything.
snuggle next to each other. You can just like get a
Just hold her on a winch tonight or something, and then you get whatever you want for the rest of your life.
Just clasping her by the head, just holding her. I am holding you. This counts as relationship. Yes, yes.
I mean, she's already had a husband, I imagine, because
Yeah.
Prince Charming.
Yeah.
Prince Charming.
Prince Charming.
Tell me what you dream of. I don't know if that's the same song.
No.
It's not.
Prince Charming. Prince Charming. Prince Charming. There's nothing to be scared of. Don't you ever.
I think we should
Don't you
cut this out.
ever.
So,
Don't you ever show me.
that was episode 4.
4.
Episode 4.
No,
Th-
pilot.
3.
Halloween. Episode 3.
3. Wait, what?
3. No, pilot episode was episode 0.
Oh,
Okay.
That was episode 3.
Villains.
I have been James.
I have been Daniel.
I have been Michael, as far as I'm aware.
And this has been
Sarah.
the Tangent Podcast.